Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I would like to make an update for end of May before all my blooms and spikes go over. And I know that I've done May update, but this is end of May almost, and so some of my blooms are almost on their end, last days. So I thought before they go over, I need to do an update for everything in bloom and a spike. So I'll start with this Latoria Dendrobium, which is a hybrid of Dendrobium alexandrae and Tinesvaro distinctum. Still got two lovely blooms, and they have no sign of going over. They've been open for a month, almost more than a month, I can say, and they still look very good. So although it's like two blooms, but it's really nice and lovely. I like them very much. They're very long lasting and very exotic form and texture. So it's a very lovely dendrobium to have in your collection. Next, going to show you my first time spiker and then bloomer. And this is dendrobium that I've got I think about a few months ago from Polish nursery, and it's called Dendrobium griffithianum times by Farmerai, and it's one of those white with yellow lip bloom. And yeah, look at the spike, it's so lovely. This is the first time I'm getting this kind of spike with cluster of blooms, and I'm so glad when I saw this. I wasn't sure if it's a spike, but then it grows very fast. It has grown as big as this within, I can say, 10 days. So fast grower. And yeah, next time will be in bloom when you see it, hopefully. Next, Dendrobium no ID with lovely color, magenta bloom, maroon, I can say maroon blooms. It shows a bit lighter on the camera, but it's much darker in person, so I love the color. It's no ID from Home Depot, but it's very beautiful color. Next I have Dendrobium haryanum in bloom for you, and this is very short lasting dendrobium. It's been in bloom about 10 days, I can say, and it already starts going over. I think because of the warm weather as well, because they sit in south facing windowsill, so they get a lot of sun, and it's started to go over, but still beautiful, and then lovely honey fragrance when the sun shines on it. So I really love the bloom, really lovely, velvety throat with the fluffy sepals. Next I have my Paphiopedilum Rennie in full bloom. This Paphiopedilum had 4 buds in a spike, and by the way, this is first time bloomer for me, and I'm loving it. It's really nice, and since then I'm trying to extend my Paphiopedilum collection, especially multiflorals. I love this form and really nice color and form. Lots of details on the throat and the dots and the long sepals are so beautiful. And I've got 4 of them in bloom at the moment, 4 buds. So sorry about that. And look at that, it's so beautiful. I thought I have to get all 4 in video, so you know I have to have it documented. It's so nice, lovely. Okay, and I've got 3 more new growths to go, hopefully next year they bloom. Next I have my Dendrobium nobile, again in full bloom. This is a second flush of really lovely, lots of bloom this year, and it started to grow over again. But it's been in bloom for 2 weeks, more than 2-3 weeks, I think, about 3 weeks, and it's got nice fragrance, not so strong, very mild fragrance, but it's so beautiful and I love it. No IV nobile. Next I have my Phalaenopsis Joy Fairtail. It's a pyloric phal with lovely blooms. So I've got 2 at the moment in this spike, 1 in this spike, and the new spike has grown, which there is 3 buds, which one of them has just opened yesterday, I think. It's so beautiful, lovely patterning. I love the patterns inside, and it has a nice fragrance, complex fragrance that I can't describe it. It's kind of apple floral, not too strong, but still got nice fragrance, and it's a waxy bloom. And as you see, it's a pyloric. If you compare it with, for example, this one, this one is a pyloric phal. So I've got 3 spikes with lots of bloom and bud to go. I love this one, really nice pyloric bloomer, very willing to bloom. I mean, it hasn't stopped since I bought it. It's so nice, lovely. Next one I have Phalaenopsis species called Modesta. So it's a very tiny phal, little phal, and it blooms in summer. And I've got 2 spike. One is this one with bud at the end of it, and this one with 2 buds in it. And it's got very tiny blooms, but it's so nice when it blooms, and the bloom are so detailed and lovely fragrance. So I really like this species as well. It's lovely to have it here because it doesn't need as much humidity as the other phals that I keep in my bathroom to bloom, because otherwise they won't bloom. Next one I have Phal Guadalupe Pineda, which is an hybrid, primary hybrid between Phalaenopsis and Phal. The other one I always forget the other name. escapes from my memory. So it's got very nice fragrance, which is coming from Bellina. I never had Bellina. I mean, I bought Bellina a few times and they all got crown rot and I lost them, but this one is a primary hybrid, so it's a replacement for me. But it's got very nice fragrance, floral fragrance, and the waxy bloom. It's been in bloom about a month now, and hopefully I could get some more, maybe, but the one is too small. Next I have my little phal, no ID miniature phal, which I bought from again Home Depot, and it's been in bloom for more than, I think it's about a month now, more than a month, and started to go over a little bit, but I really like it. It's just two little tiny phal. Like, look at the leaf span and the tiny blooms. So it's a nice and compact phal. If you want to gift it to someone, it's really good for that purpose. Next one, I have my Phalaenopsis. So I've been waiting for this phal to do something since I bought it from last year, which is last year, and it hasn't done anything until this year. So only grown this leaf last year, I think, latest growth. This year didn't grow any leaf, new leaf, and it started to grow spikes suddenly. So this spike with one big fat bud at the end, and the next one, the branch has another bud, and I've got the other spike growing underneath this leaf with one bud developing and the tip still growing and developing more buds. So I'm really looking forward to see the blooming in Ludimiana and smell the fragrance. Next one, I have my no ID phal from IKEA, which has been in bloom almost all the time. It's never gone out of bloom, and the primary spike now, once that finished, I cut it, and then I saw the branches started to grow, so I didn't cut it and let it bloom, which is a lovely bunch of flowers. I love this phal, really prolific. This one, look at this bloom is different color if you compare it with the others, which is a strange but it's a surprise, nice surprise, beautiful. Look at it, so nice. Next update, and the last but not least, is my Dendrobium amathystoglosum. This dendrobium is very tall and got me surprised with 4 lovely spikes, and it is growing with the speed of wind, I can say, so fast. It's been growing like this since, I think, in 2 weeks time, a bit more than 2 weeks time, and it's this big, and it started to open already. So I'll probably do a spotlight and with culture tips when it's in full bloom, but for the moment it's just an update of these 2 cane, which has, one cane has 3 spike and the other one has 1 bigger spike. So I've got 4